So I'm on this 2004 Toyota Tacoma, and I got an error code P0101. And so I thought I'd go over how I'm going to go about fixing it. And so what is this P0101 code? Well, basically the onboard computer needs to know how much air is going into the engine. And to do this, it uses a sensor called the mass airflow sensor, or the MAF sensor. And it's seen a problem with this, so we're going to have to troubleshoot it to know why or what's wrong with the mass airflow sensor. And so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go look at that and see what's going on. So I'm going to be right back. And so this is the mass airflow sensor right here. And it's basically just monitoring and reporting back to the onboard computer how much air is flowing past it. This is the air intake box right here where you change out the air filter. And so first thing to do, check out the wiring real good. Be sure it all looks all right. Basically keep in mind anything wrong with the wiring, like a bad connection, open, short, it's going to cause the same symptoms as a bad sensor. So you just want to check that out. And you can also check the fuses, but usually when it's a fuse, other things will come on since that fuse is shared by other components. So things like the purge valve might not work or something like that. You'll be getting a lot of other codes because that fuse is usually shared by other things. And so I don't think it's a fuse, but you can go through and check your fuses and see if you have a blown fuse, since that MAF sensor is on a fuse. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it off and I'm going to clean it up using some MAF airflow sensor cleaner and put it back in and see if that doesn't solve the problem. And so all we got to take it off is just this harness. Just going to have to pop this off and two Phillips right here. So I'm going to take this off. And so to clean this up, this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to use some mass airflow sensor cleaner. And you can pick this up at any automotive store or online. There's many places you could buy this. If you don't have this, then another thing you can use is you can use isopropyl alcohol. I would get the 99% isopropyl alcohol, and this works okay. You have to put it in a bowl and then you have to clean it up real good. But if you can, this is what you're supposed to use, mass airflow sensor cleaner. And that is the part that you want to clean up real good. You don't want to touch that if you can help it with your fingers. You don't want to really get no residue on it. But that little metal piece right there, that's what's monitoring the air as it flows by. So I'm going to clean this up real good. I'm going to put it back in and see if we can't get the code to clear. Okay, so I got it all cleaned up real good. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back in. I'll put my screws in, put the harness on, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got that MAF sensor all cleaned up. It's back in the vehicle. We still have the engine light on. I just started it up. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and clear the codes. If you don't have an OBD2 scan tool, a lot of people just remove the negative battery cable for like 4 or 5 minutes, and that should clear the code too. Okay, and the engine light went off. Now we're just going to see if it comes back on. And usually those MAF sensors, if they're acting up, they will come right back on. And so, yeah, I think that solved the problem right there. Now, if you do this, if you clean it up and it doesn't solve the problem, you could get a new MAF sensor, or you could test it. There's ways you could go about testing the MAF sensor. There's some good YouTube videos on that if you want to do that, if you want to test it and be sure that it's good before you replace it. But if cleaning it up doesn't work, then quite often it's bad and you just need to replace it. But again, check out some YouTube videos on how you can test it first to be sure that it's bad. And so that's basically it. I just wanted to do a real quick video on how you go about fixing the Toyota Tacoma with the P0102 code. If you have anything to add, please comment down below. If you have any questions, ask me and I'll try to answer them. If this video helps you, please click like, please click subscribe, and have a good day.